Hi, how's your day going? All good?
Hi, I'm okay. Nothing special happened.
That's okay. Would you mind me to still call you Riley?
Yeah, keep calling me Riley. It's fine.
Okay. Would you like to prepare some water by your side, Riley, so you can drink it if you feel thirsty during the session?
Yeah, I get it by my side. Thank you so much.
Um, okay. Are you comfortable with the platform that we use, which is Zoom? If you are not comfortable with it, we can change another one as you want.
Yes, I'm good at with it.
That's cool. And can you see me and hear me clearly?
Yes, all good.
Okay. Shall we begin the conversation now? The conversation will be recorded, but it won't be released to a third person. It will be perfectly safe. Do you agree that we can do it?
That's okay.
Okay. It has already been a week since the last time we met. And last time we spoke that you might feel unconfident and unsatisfactory about your study and interpersonal relationships. And it seems that you're experienced a long time sadness and anxiety because of it. Is that right?
Yes, that's true.
Okay. And you mentioned that you experienced a panic attack last week, which was also a trigger that caused some problems to your relationship with your partner. And that's also the reason that you want to come here to find help. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think anything has changed over the week that you may feel things have changed for the better, for the worse, or that nothing has changed at all? Everything is okay to say.
Actually, I do feel things have been getting even worse. I can't sleep well now. My mind always races at night, but about how I am such an idiot, which causes me to wake up in the morning and feel like I haven't rested at all.
I understand. And what about your emotional state for the rest of the time? Are you still feel sadness as before?
Yes, the sadness is still there. Even more negative emotions occurred because of the memories and worries that race in my mind every night.
So every night before you go to bed, you will recall the situation and memories that made you feel uncomfortable or embarrassed.
Yes, even though it's been a week after experiencing the panic attack, I still can't forget how embarrassed I felt when it happened, and it will trigger me to remember more bad things like my poor social skills. I think the panic attack made my partner thought I am even more of an idiot. I'm also worried that he might be even less willing to stay with me because of this.
I understand your feelings. Actually, it is very normal to recall the situation that embarrassed us before we go to bed. It happens to everyone, and it's perfectly okay. It seems that your main concern is you afraid that your partner may give up on your relationship because of your last panic attack.
Yes, because I don't think there's anything very glamorous or attractive about me. The last panic attack was even more inexplicable, and the symptoms were scary, like my hands were shaking, I was sweating, and having trouble breathing. It was really like a heart attack. I think he might be afraid to be around me because of those symptoms and think I'm even more useless.
I understand. Panic attacks can be really overwhelmed, and many people get scared at the first time they experience it. Have you ever tried to explain to your partner what happened to you?
I've thought about trying to do this, but he hasn't been nice to me since the last time because that night I refused to go to a friend's birthday party with him after the panic attack. My decision felt like I was letting him down, and then he had to show up alone. At the party, his friends asked about why I didn't show up. He didn't know how to answer because he thought my symptoms and performance at that time were embarrassing. Telling the truth would have made him look bad in front of his friends. I was a little overwhelmed by his attitude, and I didn't think he would understand me.
So, after that disagreement, you and your partner have been on the rocks since that time?
Yes, we even have new problems. Concerned about his health problems, I've suggested that he should cut down on smoking and drinking, but he didn't agree. His refusal made me even unwilling to communicate with him because I think I'm not good at communicating with others. Awkward communication will lead him to see me as more stupid and ridiculous. Sometimes when I think about it, my body gets stiffened, my heart races, and my hands sweat.
So it sounds like your partner sometimes will make you feel very stressed, anxious, and even he will causes you to have some physical reactions. Is that right?
Yes, that's completely true.
Have you ever experienced any other relationships before?
Yes, I've had two exes.
So when you were with your exes, did you have the same situation as you have now? Like you will get stiff and things like that because of stress or anxiety?
I also have some communication problems when I have with my exes. There were times when I didn't know how to express my feelings to them, but in general, it wasn't as serious as it is now.
I understand. So it seems like that your partner's attitude is a huge factor that may influence you.
Yes, his attitude would really make me sad.
Indeed, like communication is actually a process that requires the participation of both parties, especially the communication between partners. So if you feel that the other person's attitude is bad or it is not to your satisfaction, it is very normal to not want to communicate with them anymore. And even you may be afraid to communicate with them. It is perfectly acceptable. And this is like your self-protection mechanism. It is very normal and understandable.
But it still makes me feel like I'm a failure because I just couldn't get into the communication with him successfully in the end, and I couldn't get him to engage in communicate with me, no matter what the reasons were. I think if I'm good enough, I can start a communication no matter what the other person's attitude is. Like my friend Mia, she can always do this. There's always someone who wants to talk to her.
So you feel like Mia is a state that you want to aspire to, or you want to be like her?
Yes, I really want to be like her, and I've been always trying to improve since I realized I'm not good at it. But after all these years, I still suck at it, which makes me feel like I'm really a failure. I don't know why.
So it seems like you're frustrated by it, like you think you are always trying to improve your social skills, but the result still disappointed you.
Yes, true.
Actually, I think that may have something to do with our culture background. Like we grow up in China, and where the word 含蓄, which is implicit, is recognized by our Chinese culture. So our elders may invisibly educate us to behave in this way, such as they may want us to speak less or express ourselves less. And I think that may make us not very good at communicating with others when we grow up. This is totally understandable.
Yes, indeed. My family atmosphere is really like that. They want me to behave as a quiet and polite lady.
But I think you really have a good ability to see the good in other people. Like you can find out what others' good qualities. And I think there are always some similarities between people who can be friends. Like your friends are around you are excellent. And that means you're also excellent. And that's why they want to be friends with you and you can attract them.
Oh, thank you for this compliment. I feel much better after talking to you.
And I think you're really brave to take the first step, like you are brave to take the first step to find help when you feel not good. And I think we're also doing very great in today's session. And I will send you a summary of today's conversation to you. So if you have any problems, we can bring them to the next session. Are you good with it?
Yes, hope to see you next time.
Hope you have a nice week. Bye.
Thank you, you too.